Hey everybody, Tim Norris here, aka GreyElephant.
And Carmen Norris.
And welcome to a playthrough by GreyElephant Gaming. What are we playing today?
Today we're playing Azul.
Azul, that's right. This was sent to us by Plan B Games. And wait, before you turn it off, some of you are thinking, I already saw this playthrough. Well, we made a slight error in our last playthrough, so do we just accept that?
No, that's not good. We would be showing you the incorrect way to play. And
that's not acceptable. Yeah. So we thought we would sit down and go head-to-head and film a new game. Probably same results at the end, but at the same time we want to show you how to properly play it. So, alright, let's go head-to-head. We'll see who can build the best tiled wall and please the king. And as usual, at the end we'll give you our thoughts on the game. Alright everybody, here we are. We're playing Azul, and of course I am joined by my beautiful bride Carmen.
Hi.
And let's give you guys a quick rundown on how this game works. On my turn, I'm going to be selecting from one of the 5 factories that are located here in the middle of the plain area between Carmen and I. Whenever I select the factory, I will take all of one color from that factory, sliding the remaining tiles into the center of the play area. Those tiles then are going to come over to my play board, and then I'm going to select one of the 5 pattern lines that I have here, the rows. I want to place those tiles into that pattern line. Now the thing about this is that all of the same colors must exist in the same pattern line. So for instance, I wouldn't be able to take like a yellow one and place it here. They are all now going to be dedicated to dark blue. Once all these tiles have been drafted, mind you, one thing I want to talk about real quick is that you can also take from the center here as well, but you have to take all of the same color. And the first player to do that was going to take this first player marker as well, and that will immediately be placed on your floor line. Now, floor line tiles are going to score you negative points, and the reason that would happen is say like I drafted all 3 of these other blue ones in one swoop as well, and if I wanted to put them on this same pattern line, I would take 2, place them there, and then the last one, the third one, would dump down here onto the floor line as well. These will score you negative points at the end of the round. So what will happen is that once we draft all these tiles, we're going to move them from the pattern lines over onto the wall itself. Notice we got the dark blue tile here, so we would take that one, slide it over to there. These all would go away, and then we would score points based upon if it's touching any other tiles, and if it's not, then it basically just scores 1 point by itself. But let's say if I already had a tile like right there, and then this slid over, then it would score 2 points, 1 for each tile. Alright, it'll make a lot more sense as we get the game going. Now, we did not decide who was first player before I turn this camera on, so I almost think that it's only appropriate that I get to be first player.
Go for it.
So one of the rules that we had screwed up on when we first filmed this is that you must dedicate a single pattern line per selection. So what I mean by that is you select your tiles, you select a single pattern line. So if I took like 3 of the same color, I can't put 1 here, then 1 here, 1 here. Only like, 3 could go here, or 2 here, and then the other one go down to here. But you can't just place them on wherever you want, basically, is what I'm getting at. So, all right. With that in mind, I'm noticing that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dark blues. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the other blues, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the yellows. I do not want to get stuck with a lot of tiles, so I'm going to probably leave this bottom column right here open, or I'm going to start selecting those knowing that they could go down there. Speaking out loud, which is kind of giving away some of my strategy, unfortunately, I will take no, I don't want those, I don't think. I think I'm going to take the blues, and I will place them directly down here on the bottom pattern line, just like that. That would end my turn, and now we'll go over to Carmen and see what she decides to select.
I think I will take these 2 yellows.
Look at
that. There's 3 of those snowflakes.
There are. You're a snowflake.
I'm going to put them right here in the middle.
Interesting.
See what I can do after that.
So if she's going to put yellow there, that means it's going to go to there. So she might be looking for a dark blue or red, and there are 2 reds here. That tells me that's what she's going to probably go for right off the bat, because she's going to try to make a column. So leaving her those 2 reds may not be the best thing. I don't know. Boy, that's a tough decision. So if she wants those reds, let's make it a little hard for her. Let's make her take that first player marker as well, and then at least penalize her a little bit for taking those reds.
He's so mean.
Mean, Mr. Mean.
And now there's really two colors that I want in the middle.
Yeah,
now I
well,
can't decide between them.
and here's the thing. I know the other thing you want too. And it ought to be interesting what you select right here.
I'll take the red.
She went for it. Good, because now I'm going to stick it to you again here in just a second.
I see. You're so mean.
Oh, I am mean. Oh, I'm ruthless. I'm ruthless as Azul. So take your first player marker, put it down on your floor line. All right. See, this is where you pay attention to what your opponent's doing.
He's playing defense.
So she wants the black one right there, too. See, she should have taken this single black one, because now I'm going to take this blue one, shove that. Now she takes the black one. She has to take all three. So that made it way more difficult on her to be able to do that. Mean. He's such a jerk.
Well, I need this one, so what am I doing?
I tell you, if you weren't going to do it, I was going to do it to you again. So it's darn good you did that.
Yeah, because otherwise I would have to take 2 or 3. Or even 3 of them, so...
Well, and I got to take this dark blue just because otherwise I'm going to have to carry this line over to the next round, because you cannot slide these tiles over until this row is filled. So if she would have taken one of these, then I would have had to carry this entire line over to the next round, which would have stunk. So, good. Now I know that that's secure. She's got 2 secure she's going to be able to move. Let's see what she decides to do on this turn, though.
I'm going to play it safe and take these.
Yeah, that was a good one. I wanted those as well.
And I'm going to put them down here, I think.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know. It's a tough decision.
Well, yeah, that actually might be a better idea.
Because that would fill it up next time.
And that'll get your column going. Now, the reason she's trying to go for columns, I want to show you guys this real fast, okay? So, she's scoring points, basically, because she's going to put her red one here. That'll score 1. Then her yellow one will go there, and then that'll score her 2. So that's worth 3 points doing that.
Right.
But the main reason is because of the end-game scoring. If you can complete an entire column on your wall, you're going to get bonus 7 victory points at the end of the game. And then every row, which, mind you, as soon as someone completes a row at the end of the tile phase, that is going to signal end game. But if you are able to do that... It'd be
the last round at that point.
So, but if you do that, you will get a bonus 2 victory points. Now, the other bonus that you can get is if you get all 5 of the same color onto your wall, which is really difficult to do, but not impossible. In fact, I've done 2 of them in one game before.
Now, I might be able to show you this as I'm playing, but what I like to do is stack it because you get more points while you're putting the tiles over here. You get 1, and then you put 1 here, you get 2, and then you put 1 here, you get 3.
Yep.
So as you go down your column, you get more and more points.
Yeah. All right, well, I think what I am going to do is I'm going to grab this one red, and I'm going to just place it right there. And then we'll see what Carmen decides to do.
I'm going to take the blacks.
You do
Placing it is going to give me 2 points, so... Oh, well, I don't going to put it over there yet. But placing it will give me 2 points, so I'm basically going to lose 1 point for that.
And that worked out fine for me, so I'm going to take these 2 yellows, and then I'm going to place them right here. So, alright, so now that there's no tiles left, let me show you how this works. I'm going to be real easy. This one here, basically because the red's not finished, it stays there. The yellow's not finished, it stays there. The blue does finish, it slides over. That's just going to get me 1 point. These 4 tiles now will just go to the side of the board like that. And while Carmen's doing her scoring, what I'm going to be doing is just going through this wonderful bag that comes with the game. And if you notice, there are a ton more tiles in it. And I'm going to be placing 4 new tiles on each one of these factories. But while I'm doing that, Carmen's going to show you a more complex way that you can score points, which is going to be way better, but also a penalty at the bottom of the floor line that she's going to have to suffer.
Yeah, we'll see. He's really happy about giving me that penalty, isn't he? So there's 1. 2. And 3. 1, 2, 3. And then these go away.
Go away!
Those don't get scored yet. And then I have -1, -2, -4. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Nice. So all of that work, and you got one more point than me. Now, you are first player.
So mean.
Now, the 2 black tiles from your floor line will go up here as well. And then if you want to look at the player board, these are your selections.
Okay. Okay, I am going to grab these.
Yep. That's what I figured.
Finish my row, or column, sorry. See,
well, you'll get close to it.
Yeah, I'll get close to it. I won't actually finish it because this is only 3 and I need 4. And then I have 4 and I need 5.
You need a 1 and a 1.
Tim has a really good chance of screwing me over again this round.
I love doing that. Let's see. So the thing is she can get from here, here, or there. So she's got several options to be able to try to tackle it before I could like throw a bunch into the center. So let's start by, I think, I just want these 2. So I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to take these 2 black ones and place them here and here. So, all right, now we'll see what she decides to do.
Boop. Now there's a bunch of selections in the middle.
Decisions. Well, I've got to grab these yellows, which is unfortunate. She kind of got me there. So I'm going to drop 2 of them down here and then finish off this row right there. Shut up. Nobody likes you.
I'm looking at Tim's board to see what would help him and what would harm him. So I'm going to take this one.
Help him and to harm him. Help him and to harm him.
There we go.
Okay, and I think I'm just going to grab this right here, place it right there, and we'll see what Carmen does next.
Red there, baby.
Red. Well, I'm going to take these here, and I will slide them onto my bottom board, and we'll go back to Carmen and see what she does.
If I take these, it'll be for the sole reason of making Tim put 3 down on his floor line.
I'll just pretty much be at 0 points.
Because he's already got 2, so that would be...
I'd be at 0 points. It would
be another negative 2 points. I don't know. He's trying to convince me not to do it, which makes me think I should.
Matter. I think that's the better plan because that's offensively.
I would really rather put the blues here because I'm getting 2 blues done in 1 turn. That's pretty good, you know. Plus, that gets me started on this column. So there you go.
Lucky you. And I will have to take these, and unfortunately, I cannot place them anywhere. Not getting any reds out on that turn really screwed me over. Okay, so let's do your scoring first, and then we do our negatives. So that's going to give me 1 point. So basically, I'm going to be right at 0 points. That's going to be 2. 1, 2. This goes away. This stays there again. That slides over, and that just gives me 2. 1, 2. These slide away. And then I get negative 2, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, there you go.
Told you. That was exactly what was going to happen, didn't I?
Well, good. Then it didn't affect you any that I didn't stick you with 3.
And that's why I was telling you, if you'd have stuck me with 3, it would have been the same result.
Yeah, but you're good about lying about that stuff to try to get me to choose the wrong thing, so I didn't trust you.
I am offended.
That's like half his game strategy right there, is lying to people to get them to do the wrong thing. Okay, so let's do...
You keep mocking me.
That's another 2.
Oops, take that. Now all
1, 2, 3, 4.
Stupid red.
Yay! And that's 5.
Did you get any negatives?
No negatives.
Lucky you, dude. You're rocking and rolling. Well, I'm first player of this round, though, dude. Alright, so right off the bat, I'm going to take these 2. I'm going to place them down here. Try to finish this stupid thing off. Then we'll go back to Carmen.
Wow, I really don't see anything exciting this round. If I put the yellows here, it would at least be touching that one.
Yellows here would be good for you. That'd give you 5 points.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, I think. But there's more than 2 yellows, that's all.
Right, but that still ain't going to hurt you because you can put one at the top and down there, so yeah. I mean, you're in a way better situation than me.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of exciting selections.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, too bad. Oh, Carmen doesn't get exciting selections. Oh, it's just not fair.
I'm disappointed. Oh, I don't know what to do.
And that's why you'll fail.
I don't know what to do. Somebody help me. I thought I had made a decision, and then I turned the camera on, and I was like, I don't know. I don't want to take that first player marker.
Yeah, not yet.
And that's, yeah, I don't know. I'll just do it, because I don't know what else to do, and the camera's on, and
everybody's waiting.
Exactly. So I took the first player marker, and then I forget where I was going to put these now. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Oh, I'll grab these 2 red.
I will grab this one.
Oh no. This isn't good. I'm gonna get stuck with a bunch again. It really sucks when you gotta carry tiles over. So if I take this one, she could take one from there, shoving a bunch in the center. And let's see if it's a red one. So that would leave 2 blue. So it'd be my selection, say I take the 2 blue. Then her selection, and then my selection, I'm stuck with 4 yellow I gotta stick at the bottom. Oh, shoot. It's gonna happen to me anyways. I just don't see how I'm gonna be able to avoid it. Oh, God. I don't know how I always get shoved over like this. So if I take the red and immediately throw those into the center, I doubt she would take that. She might just take the yellows and put them down there. So then I need to try to, goodness, this sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna get hosed over. I think it's inevitable. Oh boy. Okay, well, I think I will just grab this blue right here. Actually, I'm just gonna take the blue from here and just do that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna place it right here. Okay. You just gotta be that way, don't you?
Yeah.
A-hole. Alright, well, I'll just might as well take what I need. So, alright, I'm gonna get stuck with 4 yellows.
I mean, I could take the yellows and put them down here, but I'm also working on rows, and it seems like a pretty good idea to take these.
Okay, go ahead and do your points.
Seems like a good idea to make them take negative points. That's 1. Okay, so this is, we haven't done this before. Now it gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that's all it gets.
That's it. You're carrying the others over, so I hope I really hose you in the next round. Alright, so we'll slide that over. So that gives me 2 points. Slide that over. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Slide that over. That gives me 5 points. Slide that over, and that only gives me 1 point. Then I subtract 6 points. Alright. Then I'll get the next round set up, and then we'll come back. Carmen will be first player.
Well, all of the colors I need are pretty much available, other than the dark blue, which, because I was thinking I could try to finish all of my dark blues, but that's not going to happen, because look at all those that are over there already out of the bag. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. I think I will take these, and we'll just put them down on the bottom row.
Did you subtract your 1 point for the first player marker?
I did not. Here we go.
Okay, and I think I might just grab this red here. Shove those two in there. I'm going to place it right there. Okay.
Which means he left me the 2 blacks.
Yeah, trust me.
Surprised.
I was going to take him to just be a jerk. It seems how you like being a jerk to me. Okay, so I'm going to take all 3 of these. Place them on the bottom row here.
Okay, I'm going to take the 2 reds and see, I cannot place them here or here because there's already reds there, so they
that was
go there.
Something I forgot to tell you. Yeah. Explain to you guys why I had to put the yellows at the bottom.
Yeah, even if your row is clear, there's already one that color there. Now I have to put this here. Yeah.
That's why I was stuck with that yellow, with those yellows, because I had to put the blue there. I couldn't put yellows in this row because I already have a yellow tile placed there. So if you already got a yellow tile, or whatever color tile you've already placed over here, you cannot put that tile over here in the pattern line. Alright, with that said, I want these 3 yellows here. I want to place them there, there, and there. Alright. See what Karma does.
I will take 1 yellow.
Yellow. Okay, so I'm just going to take all 3 of these.
I was supposed to take that instead of the yellow, and I forgot.
I saw you do that, and I was like, well, thank you for that gift.
Oh,
that
man,
was phenomenal.
Sucks for me.
Yeah, because now you got to carry that over. You would have gotten 4. You would have gotten 4 points out of that, and then another 5. That is 9 points right there.
Oh, man.
So what's the last one you're going to take right here?
I don't know. What should I take? I will take the blue one, I guess, because I can actually place it.
Okay, well, that means I'm putting this one down here. Unfortunately, because I cannot place it right here because I already have a black one there. So, all right, so we're going to do our score real quick. So let's see. I'll move my red over. That's going to give me 3 points. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move my yellow over, and that gives me 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The blue stays. This one moves over. That's going to give me 3 more points again. So 1, 2, 3. And of course, I deal with a crap ton of negative points again. That's negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll see what Carmen comes up with.
Oh man, that is 9 points. 9 points because I missed that. That is terrible. See, that would have been 4 to put it here, and then it would have given me 5 when I slide that one over. Well, you saw me mess up. Okay, so there's 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 3. Yeah, and that would have been 4. And that would have been 5. It would have been 7, actually. Now it's only 2.
Are you done whining? Because I got 13 points to your 34.
I mean, this actually, it would have been 7 also if I had finished that one.
Count your negative 1, please.
Negative 1.
Alright, so I'm going to start off by taking these 2 dark blues. Place it here and here. Alright.
Just take this one before I forget.
Better.
Screw that up again.
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay, and I'm going to take this dark blue so I can just make sure I finish off this line here.
I'm trying to make a decision here. I could end the game. Or, see, I could end the game by putting it right there. Finish that row. Or I could make it go another round and try to maximize my points. I think I should probably end the game.
I'm pretty much guaranteeing you're going to win if you end it, so...
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
That's 2 negative points for taking that, though. Geesh, I should have waited.
I'm going to grab these 3 reds here.
going to take the blacks. I have a choice. I could put them here or here. If I put them here, that's going to get me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, but then it's also going to give me a -2. But if I put them here, that's only 1 point all by itself, so yeah.
Okay, and then I'm just going to grab these other 2 reds here, place them down at the bottom.
Here I can only put the snowflakes or the black, and there are no snowflakes in black, so whatever I take I'm going to be stuck with pretty much.
So you're going to be stuck with 2 down at the bottom, most likely, no matter what. But at the bottom you can put reds, dark blues, or yellows.
Yeah, I could put any of them, so I'm looking at Tim's board to see what I should do. Yeah, he
I can get away with pretty much anything, so it don't matter.
He doesn't have room for reds, but you know what? I'm just going to do that because it's simpler. If I just take one, it's going to be annoying, so I'll just take these, even though I could have probably stuck Tim with more points. It might have stuck me with more negative points too, so, you know, whatever. Same difference, right?
So I'll grab the 2 yellows, and that'll stick her with the 2 blues down at the bottom as well. So this ought to be interesting to see how bad that's going to affect her. I still think she's got the win, but whatever. We'll still add it up, right? Okay, so real quick, let's slide that over. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slide that over, and that's going to give me 5, 6, 7 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we just slide that over, and that's going to only give me 4. So I end with 29, and then we'll go into the bonus, which while I got the camera, I'll just go ahead and do my bonuses as well. I do not have any completed rows. I do not have all 5 of one kind. I came close. I got 4 of the reds. Unfortunately, I failed because I had to keep carrying that stupid blue for so long. But I do have 2 columns, so that'll be 14 more points. So 1, 2, 3. So that'd be what, 32. So 42. And what was that? 14. Yeah, there we go. 14. There we go. So I have a total of 43 points, which is pretty pathetic, to be honest with you. But all right, let's see what Carmen's final score is.
I am sweating bullets over these negative points, though. I tell you what, man, that's a lot. We'll see how it affects me. So this will go here for 5 points. This will go here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this will slide over. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again.
You haven't even done your bonuses, and even if you subtracted everything, you would still beat me.
Those don't do anything. Right. Okay, so I get a 2.
Why don't you subtract off your bonus, your
subtract 2, 4, 6, first?
So 8 points minus. And you're still winning.
I'm at 45 points.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get 2 for the row. I was trying to get more than 1 row because we usually don't.
A bonus 14.
And then 14, and I did not. I was trying to get all blues, but man, look at all them blues that were wasted. So another 14, which that's 46 to 56. That's 60 points.
To my 43. So good game. Good job. So Carmen's getting her makeup on, so while she's doing that, I figured I would show you guys that this board is double-sided. And basically it applies the exact same rules, except if you notice, your wall does not already have the colors pre-selected. So what that means is that you could put any color down here like you normally would. So let's say if I had all reds here, but now I get to choose which one of the actual columns or rows, whichever you want to say, that you want to put it in. Rules do apply. So if I did place a red, say like right here, then I would not be able to place any reds down here in this row down at the bottom. But anyways, this is probably the side of the board where you could probably max out over 100 points because you could really customize your wall and just really, you know, go nuts with victory points. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys that before we got into our final thoughts. And speaking of that, let's get into it.
Well, there you have it. New game, same results.
Same result. The camera loves me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is we played it correctly this time, so...
yeah, well, yeah.
I got hosed two turns in a row.
I don't think a lot of our games were that affected by it. I think I think mostly the last game we filmed was affected by that one rule that we got wrong. But, yeah, I wasn't really playing defensively. It just happened that way. I was just trying to build what I was trying to build.
Yeah, lucky you.
Yeah.
Unlucky me. And that's how the game works, you know. You got to try to plan, and that is the extra little step that was not there before when we filmed it wrong. That is there now that you have to try to plan for and avoid. And unfortunately, it nipped me in the bud a couple of times, and the one time more, you know, it affected me. I still don't think even if I'd have had those points back, I would have caught you. So it doesn't. I don't know how much it mattered.
It definitely made it harder to get all 10 of the same color.
It hurt me because I had to keep carrying over that dark blue tile.
Yeah.
And that's where it really affected me.
Maybe you should have put that dark blue one just down on the bottom and taken the negative points for it, so that, you know,
it probably would have been wiser. But at the same time, what are you going to do? I mean, I had no choice, I guess. I mean, I guess I could have put it on the bottom, but... Yeah, that hurt me so bad because then the next round there were not enough dark blue tiles, and then I had to carry it again.
Right, and that's where
just
chance really got you, because the next round there's what was there, one in the whole?
Yeah, and when that happened, I knew that I was pretty well screwed. That there was nothing I was going to be able to do to come back from that. But yeah, still. You know, you still played it smart. You did your same thing. You start from the top and you went to the bottom, whereas I started at the bottom and tried to go to the top like a big fat dummy.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's usually not what I do. I don't know why when I turn the camera on, I act like a dummy and start from the bottom and work up.
Let's try a different strategy.
Yeah, hey, this worked so well last time. You know, and it really gets me every time. You know, you want to try to fill in them top slots and work your way down, and then hopefully, you know, have enough room down at the bottom so when you have to do, you know, take all those tiles, you have a place for them. Unfortunately,
right,
I didn't.
Keep those open.
It nipped me in the butt.
Later in the round.
Yeah, and then like I said, carrying that one blue row over to all the way to the third round.
That's awful. Yeah.
There was nothing I could do to alleviate that, though. So, yeah, good game on your part, and it certainly is a different experience.
Well, I made that one huge mistake. That would have been 9 more points that I could have had. So, yeah. And
it is a much different experience knowing that you have to make sure you do dedicate all the tiles to one pattern line versus what we were doing in our first game where we would just take them and just disperse them, you know, amongst the pattern lines. You couldn't do that. So, all right. So you whooped me up again. It is what it is. What can I say? I was really killing her, and I guess that no longer can I claim that I have the high score in this because we were playing it incorrectly, but my high score was 95, 96 points at one point in time, and I was really proud of that. And now you see what I score now.
Well, now we gotta play it 6 more times with the correct rules so that you can try to get your high score.
So let's get into the review portion of this, speaking of playing it 6 more times. Because we have played this now 7. I've played it 8 times now, and she's played it 7. Let's start with the negatives. You know one of my negatives. Go ahead.
One of the negatives is that the score tracker is at the top of your player board, and it's kind of easy to knock that over, especially if you're the one that is seeding the factories. It really would probably be better if it was off to the side or something rather than right there at the top of your player board. We gotta, you know, reach over it to grab your tiles.
Man, we're reaching here for a negative because this game is really good. My second negative, though, would be just that. It's very addictive.
It's addictive.
And you just want to play again and again and again, and the game plays very fast. And Carmen and I have yet to even play a game on that reverse side of the board that I showed you guys right before we came here to our concluding thoughts. I want to play on that side of the board because I feel like then I can use my imagination, have more freedom of where I'm going to place these tiles and score even bigger combo points versus, you know, being, you know, well, I guess I got to place the blue here because that's the only tiles available. At least now when I place the blue there, I can still slide it over right next to the other ones and score points and not be limited.
Yeah. So, what is the rule for the gray side? It's
basically the same color thing. Yeah, it's, you know, one per tile, one per row, one per column.
One per column.
Yeah, same exact rules.
Yeah.
You know, but at least then you're still going to be able to...
But they're just not placed for you.
Yeah, and that's the difference, and you could score some good points.
I just think that would
it would still be tough.
It would be one extra thing for me to think about, and that I would probably end up cheating, because I'd be like, whoops, you know,
no, I'd
after
catch
the
that.
game's... After the game's all over, 3 rounds have gone by, you know, oh yeah, I was cheating. Yeah.
We're used to that, though. This hasn't changed my opinion of the game at all. In fact, it actually added an extra element of strategy into the game that was not there when we did our first video on it. It has actually made me appreciate and love the game even more because now there is even more, because Carmen could have stuck me with, actually she did stick me with them 4 yellow tiles, and I could have stuck her with some other ones too at one point in time. That's the little extra element that really wasn't there before that is there now, where you could just do the, take that, you know, and
I mean,
really hose an
you
opponent
could do
over.
that before, but it's a little easier to do it now because you know that they cannot take them and put them in 2 different of their pattern lines.
Exactly.
It does make it more difficult, I think, with the new rule, because you've really got to think about, okay, well, do I want to use these for a small line, or maybe I should put them in a larger line, because if I do it with the small line, I might get stuck with them. So, yeah, I think it's definitely another thing to think about.
Or a Congo line.
Yeah, okay. Or a Dennis line.
Yeah.
But if there was a game I was going to compare this one to, in my mind, this is the only one that is up there with Splendor. Because Splendor is another game I will play over and over and over. I love it. It's addictive. You've got to think about, you know, numbers and colors and patterns and things that you need.
This one's more numbers and patterns.
This is more about
patterns.
Where
with Splendor, it's more about numbers and colors.
Numbers and colors.
And
right.
I don't think numbers and colors as much with Azul like I do Splendor. But this one, I think patterns and numbers for sure.
I think colors, because I need this many blues and I need this many reds and yeah.
Yeah. You also had some other ones that I know that you compared it to, and I don't want to steal your thunder.
I play Potion Explosion on my phone all the time. In fact, I have some high scores that I'm going to post today. If you want to go to my Facebook page and see how wonderful I am at Potion Explosion. I've been playing it like crazy. This reminds me of that one because it's so addictive. And it's also patterns and colors. And, you know, that's the kind of game I like. That's what, my mind just gets absorbed into that. And what's nice about it is that it's so abstract that I don't have to think in specific, I don't think specifically of numbers and words. I just, like, it just kind of happens. And that's the way my brain works, and that's why I love these type of games.
Yeah, she divides up her Skittles and her M&Ms in colors and, you know, eats them one by one, you know.
It's kind of an intuitive skill, you know, visual spatial skill that I love. Other people have trouble with. My daughter has trouble with that.
Well, why don't we get into what we actually finally think of the game itself?
Okay.
Final thoughts. What do you want to say?
Final thoughts. I love this game. And if you like Splendor and you like Potion Explosion, what's the other one we had with the quilt? I can't think of that. Oh my goodness. There's one with a quilt. We liked it.
It's the two-player game.
Yeah.
Quilt game. Keep talking.
Patchwork.
Patchwork. That one.
Yes, those type of games, you are going to love this, and you should pick it up. It's a very simple game to, you know, play over and over again quickly. So that is another thing that I like, because there are a lot of games that we love that we don't play very often because they're kind of involved.
Right. And like I said, I've already played this 8 times. She's played it 7. And I actually took this over to my game group on Saturday, and we played it as a 4-player game. So I've got 4-player experience and 2-player experience under my belt now. The 4-player experience is very different, very very different in the aspect that you have so many extra tiles, because what you saw in the 2-player game that there were 5 factories out. In the 4-player game there are 9 factories out. So you can only imagine what happens when you get a lot of the same colors.
I think that would make it a lot more difficult.
It does. And 2 turns in a row, strategically my opponents played it out so that I got stuffed with my entire floor line, you know, being full 2 times in a row, just because they were just being like, "Man,
so mean.
We'll just take you out of the game," and it did take me out of the game, even though I still came back and got 3rd place, which I'm kind of proud about that. But the game, to me, it probably, in my opinion, I like it much better as a 2-player game because it's easier to track and there's not as many tiles to try to keep track of. And I feel like you could try to, I don't know, it's not. How should I explain that? It's just easier for me to keep pace with, is what I'm getting at. But I don't think it scales badly to 4 players. Don't take it as that. It's just, it's easier to try to count how many tiles are out there and what you feel like you could do, because it's just, I'm taking a turn, you're taking a turn, I'm taking a turn, and I can count it down easier versus I'm taking a turn, now you, me, and that's much harder for me to try to formulate, okay, what do I anticipate all these people are going to be doing? Plus, I can look at Carmen's board, one board, and I could kind of tell what she's probably going to go for from one round to the next. Whereas I'm looking at 3 other players' boards, it's a little bit more difficult to track once again.
Do you think that the end game points are easier to get in a 2-player game?
Well, no, because I believe Alyssa won, and she scored pretty well. She scored just like what you did. So she did very well. Her or TJ won, one of the 2, but both of them had 2 full columns, just like what we both did. And so the game will, you know, you'll still score a lot of points. It's just, it's a little bit more difficult to try to play that tracking, which I like to do.
You seem to get stuck with negative points more often.
Well, that happened to me, and I don't know if that's a common thing in a 4-player game, but it certainly happened to me, and it happened to me in this game too, so I am just absolutely bad luck at this game.
Bad luck!
That hasn't changed my opinion, though. I still think this is a very phenomenal game, and I really do enjoy it. It is easily going to go into my top 10 of this year because it is addictively fun to play. I love doing the colors and the patterns. I want Carmen to sit and play with me on the opposite side of the board. But she doesn't want to. She refuses to, which I think then it could be even more fun because it's going to add more strategy into the equation. So this is a game I really think that, given the components being absolutely gorgeous, given the price point, which if I checked online, it's around $30-ish, it's a game that you certainly want to keep your eyes on. And for a 2-player game, like for couples, phenomenal. You will love it.
The other side of the board is kind of like adding a Splendor expansion. You're like, but I already love the game. I'm scared. But it probably will add something to it.
I was not a big fan. Now, I know you liked Century Spice Road more than I did from Plan B Games. This one to me is way better than Century Spice Road. I thought that game was just too fiddly. It's just about doing an exchange of cubes for other cubes, whereas this one is more thinky. And obviously, as you can tell, I'm not a very good thinky person, but I do my best for you, and I still flat out enjoyed it, even though I play bad. So there you have it. I love this game. I think it's really good. I really think you guys want to check it out when it comes out. So you want to sign us out?
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.